Matt. Hey, everybody. It's me. It's been a while, and this is going to be an unedited rant on the COVID-19 conspiracy. Now, look, I think we've come to a point in history where there's no point in not talking about what's really going on anymore. I don't care if people call me names, tell me I'm crazy, or call me a conspiracy theorist. I really don't give a fuck. What's going on now is so blatantly in your face obvious that I think even really people who really have their heads in the sand, they're going to wake up. Even the people who are like, no, government is your friend. They want to help us and save us, and they're beneficial and they're all good. Even those people, I'm seeing it happen. People who are completely don't even want to know. They're starting to know. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what's really going on here. This virus, if you look at there's loads of videos out there by some very smart people who will explain to you that it was created in a laboratory. It was created by human beings. It was released by those same human beings, and to basically devastate humanity, so they can use the media to scare the shit out of everybody, keep everybody at home, and keep everybody basically in fear and on lockdown, while they ram through all of the evil shit that they've been planning for a really long time. For if not dozens, I think they plan actually more than just decades in advance. I think it's much more. But anyway, just go and research all the stuff I'm saying. Look it up for yourself. I'll put a couple of relevant links in, but just like use your brains, people. Right? Everyone's on lockdown. They're putting through 5G. They've just done 2 laws where they're going to ram through 5G in the U.S. and globally as quickly as they can. Why are they doing that? Because consciousness is arising. People are waking up. 5G is extremely devastating to human health. Every single time they put it up somewhere, it's devastating. In Texas, with firefighters, devastating. In Switzerland, devastating. People had to take it down immediately because they started feeling sick. I sat in front of a 5G tower in Vancouver for about 2.5, 3 hours. I felt horrible. My friend had to move out of that apartment. This is downtown Vancouver just a few months ago. Okay, so they're getting it out. Mandatory vaccinations. That's their agenda. It's there. If you look up the Agenda 21, they want to reduce the population of the planet to about 500 million people. It's in their own documents. You can go and look it up by yourself. It's what's happening. So all this kind of stuff. So like all of it, everything they could, like governments, and again the elites, whether you want to call them the elites, the old bloodlines, the cabal. It's a group of people. I know there's different factions, but overall, the ones who have been running the show and controlling all of it: military-industrial complex, deep state, medical system, financial system, the Federal Reserve, all of it, World Trade Organization, the UN. All of it. They run the show, guys. They've been running the show for a really long time. They've taken over. They're running the show. They've been running the show. I think they're losing their power. I think they're making this move now with releasing this crazy virus because they're on their way out. People are waking up in a huge way, and I think they're gonna get taken out, and I hope so. And for a long time, I didn't want to just spill my guts and just be like, this is what's happening, because like again, for many reasons, it's not my number one passion. I'm interested in personal development. I'm interested in a lot of other things. And it's like I'm more into the spiritual happiness, like love yourself and heal, and spiritual enlightenment and all this kind of stuff. But part of waking up is just like not avoiding the reality of what's happening on this current timeline in this planet that we're on. It's just like we can now talk about it, but it's still happening, And it's just like, come on, guys, they've been running the show for so long. We got to talk about it. We have to talk about it, because when 5G goes up in front of your house and you can't sleep at night and you're getting headaches and you feel like shit and you have to move. Because you can't work, you can't do anything because of that's what they're doing. They want to fucking destroy people. Never mind that it helps, lowers your immune system, and it works very well to get people extra sick with the virus. This is their big move to take over. That's what's happening. Military dictatorship. I'm guessing they're going to try and cut the food supply lines and transport and all this kind of shit. There'll be multiple levels of attack so that people go into a full-on panic, and eventually people are like fighting over food and all this kind of crazy shit. This is the plan. They're executing the plan. So not talking about it just isn't going to help. It isn't. Let's just talk about it. Doesn't mean we have to be scared. We can try and stay in the love, but it is happening. This is what they're doing. So use your brains. Think, for God's sakes. Do your own research, and don't tolerate this. Don't tolerate being thrown in jail or fined. because you left your house. I mean, it's crazy. I'm sure. I'm not saying going around making out with everybody and spread the virus. I'm not saying that. Be smart, but also like a totalitarian lockdown because people might get sick. People can always get sick. People can die all the time. People die all the time. If you want to look up the stats on how many people die from heart disease, car accidents, cancer, like every day, it's thousands of people all the time are dying. We can't stop dying. We're all going to freaking leave the body at some point. But to shut down the global economy completely and melt everything down, it's completely insane. And once governments get this type of power and people take it and they're just allow themselves to be treated like cattle, they're going to keep doing this. You won't be able to protest anything. You already can't protest in the U.S. You got to get a permit and go to the little special area. So this is the final move for a global takeover. And yes, what the conspiracy theory people have been saying, most of it is true. There's some whack things out there. They're not true. But the vast majority of stuff people are talking about is stuff that's happening. They're taking over. This is their rollout. Wake the fuck up or we're going to end up being slaves. I mean, slaves more than we already are in this economic system, which is essentially slavery because most of your money goes to them. They're making up money, imaginary money. They're literally just making it up on a computer and they'll loan it to the banks who loan it to you. And you got to bust your ass and pay taxes, but it's imaginary money. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by anything. It's just imaginary. It's already a slave system. We're all slaves to one degree or another. But this is the full-on cabal takeover. And I'm not going to pretend it's not happening. That's what they're doing. I hope the white hats, I know there's good guys out there. We've been hearing about it, or indictments. Bad people are going to be taken down. I really hope it's happening. I pray it's happening. God bless. I know there's beings out there working for the good of humanity. And I hope we're going there. But let's not pretend we haven't been in a slave system for a couple of hundred, probably hundreds of years at this point. Okay, so that's what's going on. Do your research. I'll put some links below. God bless you all. Wake the fuck up. That's what's happening. I hope you enjoyed the rant.